Bulginaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
In this bulletin, traditional reconciliation not entertained, says police. Coronary heart disease a concern. And FNPF warns employers.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Ateda Lendua.
Police say that it does not entertain traditional reconciliation in instances where people have taken the law into their own hands. This comes as there have been talks in the community of Abesorsorovi, or traditional reconciliation, which has been proposed for the youth of two communities in NABUA who were involved in a violent brawl on Easter Saturday. Despite the NABUA Methodist Church or Circuit Church, pastor Sayasi Ngalitha talking of a proposed traditional reconciliation, police say nothing has changed in a bid to identify and arrest the perpetrators. A heightened police presence is being maintained around the NABUA area to ensure the security of the residents in the area. Police have been holding meetings with both youth groups from the respective communities in NABUA where issues are being discussed and possible solutions for a way forward. When questioned about the cause and those who may have instigated the violent brawl, police maintain that investigations are ongoing with a person of interest currently in custody. A 33-year-old man who murdered his wife in Vunindao Naitasiri last year has been handed mandatory life imprisonment by the Suva High Court. Chosewata Weralali Koroi was convicted of one count of murder. The court heard that the father of two murdered his wife, Andi Wainru, in Vunindao Naitasiri on May 1st last year following a marital dispute. Koroi will have to serve a minimum of 18 years behind bars before pardon may be considered by the president. Health professionals are facing challenges with late presentations of patients with various types of heart diseases. Oceania Hospital interventional cardiologist Dr. Prakash Gore says most patients are unaware that they have the disease. Dr. Gore says they have received a lot of heart disease cases and they're concerned with the lack of awareness.
Everyone should be aware of what actually the heart disease is, what are the symptoms, and they should not neglect it or overlook it and present themselves to the GPs or whatever clinical facilities or the first medical contact they have.
The Fiji National Provident Fund is warning employers that it will take action against members whose COVID-19 withdrawal applications have been falsified. This as the fund has noticed an increase in the number of Phase 3 applications received. Phase 3 is for those on reduced wage rate, for which members are entitled to a payment of $550 or $1,100. Acting Chief Executive Viliame Wondanaiwalu says payment depends on the percentage of wage rate decrease. Urging employers to be honest, Wondanaiwalu says their verification process is thorough and it includes checks on members' contributions and salary. The Fijian Broadcasting Corporation launched its new mobile app this morning in an effort to better its service delivery. The FBC app allows people to access FBC News as well as live broadcasts from the 6 radio stations. Chief Executive Riaz Said Qayyum says customers will be able to view and download the app to ensure they stay abreast with what's evolving locally and globally via online, television and radio mediums. Said Qayyum adds there are already 8,000 downloads of the app over the past few days just through word of mouth.
This extremely user-friendly app in our corporate colors lets you read, watch and listen to all news stories produced in the FBC newsroom, with users getting notifications of breaking stories that you can share with others. Missed last night's news bulletin? No problem. You can watch that here. Don't don't want to watch the whole bulletin but after a particular story, you can do that too.
The Consumer Council of Fiji is baffled by the continued increases in landlord tenancy complaints. 2,250 complaints worth over $500,000 have been recorded over the past 6 years. The council has received 120 complaints since January this year, with a monetary value of close to $40,000. Council CEO Seema Shandil says it's high time that landlords clean up their act.
The council has received a lot of complaints whereby the landlords have increased their rents, and in many instances landlords have been called in and advised, and there are landlords who actually retracted the increased amount.
Secondary schools around Vanua Levu will this week get a library boost with the donation of books from the Fiji National University Students Association Book Drive. The Student Association has been distributing high school level library books in Viti Levu since 2017. However, this year, after most schools were affected by TC Yasa and TC Ana, the Student Association saw it fit to bring the book distribution to the Northern Division. Launching the book distribution yesterday, Minister for Education, Heritage and Arts Rosie Akbar says they partnered with the Student Association in the book drive to ensure that affected schools are provided with the books they need.
We have also contributed reference textbooks to your book drive, and these will be distributed to all the schools, secondary schools in the north this week. And of course, the drive will continue to the eastern, western, as we go along.
Tambia Sanatan College outside Lambasa town was the first secondary school to receive their library books from the Minister for Education, Rosie Akbar, yesterday. Up ahead, MGM youngster eyes Coke gold. And Easter cricket quarterfinals starts.
Oira na ngone no de nunu ena be singe ni mataka.
Mersusunga da kena loma dina kena mikron.
Sakena ngau na mitaro bina no rabak sangai ka wala loma taki na ngone. Dalo bina oya o meliki.
Bulre o ya Samuel Samuli.
Nama ki rau ena be mataka.
Moniti kena makarombuka.
Ni wai tiri kalima na miniti me ono kina tiri na kaloko. Ena Radio Fiji One na ndomo ibiti.
Indah na mataka dan ramai na singabo.
Mahatma Gandhi Memorial School wonder boy Nirav Kumar is an athlete to look out for in the Coca-Cola Games. The 14-year-old broke the 400 and 800 meters sub-junior boys records at the Suva Zone 1 meet last month at the ANZ Stadium in Suva. Kumar says he's not the first in his family that will feature in the Fiji finals because his dad, former renowned football rep Nitin Kumar, did it as well. However, he is aiming to go a step further than his father. The youngster, who trains under the guidance of Antivakumbao school coach Antonio Ramboiliku at the Royals Club, adds he is overwhelmed with the amount of support he has been receiving.
Because he keeps on pushing me, and he said that you live by an objective to beat him in every way. So he ran in the Co Games, and I thought, why don't I win the gold?
The business end of Cricket Fiji's Easter Championship starts today. The quarterfinals are now underway for the top 8 teams. Teams like Suva Warriors, Mothe Nandi Jets, CF Invitation, Onoi Lau, Namuka Como and Kambara have made the quarterfinals. Mothe is the only unbeaten team in the competition. The semi-finals will be held tomorrow and the final on Friday. New Zealand sports teams are working on plans to bring trans-Tasman competition matches back home following the announcement of the bubble. Rugby Union and Rugby League are looking to take advantage of the travel bubble between New Zealand and Australia. Disgraced star Israel Folau is still trying everything to be allowed back to playing rugby league. Supporters say he hasn't broken any laws, but the league's boss says it's a waste of time. Cloudy periods with brief showers over the eastern parts and interior of Vitilevu and Vanolevu can be expected today. Mainly fine elsewhere. Moderate to fresh southeast winds can be expected out at sea. That's FBC News Now. Join us again at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For news you can trust. Get the facts from FBC's TV, radio, and digital news at fbcnews.com.fj. Take care and good afternoon.
हमारे खूबसूरत देश फिजी में चाइल्ड अब्यूज की घटनाएं आए दिन बढ़ रही है।
क्यों बच्चों का मासूम बचपन अब्यूज का शिकार हो जाता है?
अपने बच्चों की सुरक्षा का खास ख्याल रखें।
उनसे बातचीत करें, उनके दोस्तों के बारे में जानें।
आज के बच्चे देश का भविष्य है। मैं दीप्ति
और मैं मोनिश,
आपके हमसफर। शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
5:45 AM से 10 AM तक
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर।